Now, according to YouTube, there are apps that will pay you $100 a day just for walking. And that seems way too good to be true. So I tried it. Let's see what happens. Now, I actually started this channel back in 2020 as a way to either prove or debunk a lot of the things that people were talking about in terms of saying, like, this side hustle will pay you $10,000 a month to become a millionaire tomorrow by doing this side hustle. I want to show you what's real and not. So I'm excited for this to be really the first thing that I truly dive into. Now, how exactly does it work to get paid to walk? So the central way is there's a lot of apps that you can sign up for, and you will connect those apps to your activity tracker. So that can be on your phone, that can be on your smartwatch, that can be on your pedometer, whatever it is that you use to track your exercise and activity. And based on that activity, you will earn points. And with those points, you can then redeem it for gift cards, for discounts, for cash, etc. That's how it works in a nutshell. Surface level, I actually love that. That's awesome. Like, who doesn't want extra motivation to work out? And what better extra motivation than cash? Like, I think on the surface level, it's like the perfect concept. But does it actually work? Now, I tried 7 different apps over the complete month of September to see how much I can actually earn. And September was a perfect month for me to do it because I went to Europe, so I knew I was just going to be walking substantially more than I normally do. So if there's any month to make money, that was a month. Now, of those 7 apps, some were cool, some were meh, and some I would probably avoid. So I'll go into exactly what those look like. I won't make it too long, otherwise this video would be forever. Now, the first app I want to go over is called Million Steps. Now, this one actually is the most straightforward of the concept. You do 1,000,000 steps, you get $10. As simple as that. You can also earn or get more steps by doing things like surveys, daily check-ins, scanning items at stores. That's just another way for you to boost the amount of steps that you have. Now, one thing about Million Steps, this one by far had the most ads. I felt like there was an ad every time that I interacted with the app. And the interesting thing about it is it'll only naturally track your first 5,000 steps that you do in a day. If you wanted to track more, you have to click boost. And every time you click boost, it makes you watch a series of ads, and then it'll boost the amount of steps it counts by 1,000. So now it'll track your 6,000 steps. So if you did 22,000 steps in a day, you're essentially going to have to go through and watch 17 ads in order to make sure it tracks all of your steps. Now, unlike the other apps that you'll see me talk about, this one didn't work in Europe. A lot of them are international, so I didn't get to track those steps. So I essentially only tracked 73,000 steps on this app, which is equivalent to 73 cents. Now, the next app up is called Macadam or however you pronounce it. In this one, you essentially get 10 points per 1,000 steps. Now, this one is interesting because you have to convert your steps every day. It's just a way to make sure that you're always on the app. So every day by midnight, you have to go in, click convert, and that's the only way it actually counts your steps. There's one day in Europe where I did like 25,000 steps and I forgot to convert them. And so I just don't get to count those ones on the app for that day. Now, of course, once you get points, you can go and you can redeem for gift cards and other things. And you have multiple ways to interact by doing surveys and watching videos, etc. You're going to see that that's going to be a theme across most of these apps. Now, the interesting thing about this one, the main cash out is with cash. It's like a Visa gift card or PayPal or whatever it is. You'll see it on the screen. But you can only cash out based on the tier that you're in. So there's like a bronze, silver, and gold tier, and that's what you have available to you as far as cash out options. So I'm currently in the bronze tier. And I currently have 1,850 points on this app, which is the equivalent of 185,000 steps that is tracked. But as you can see, I am nowhere near an amount where I can actually cash out to get anything. I think the lowest gift card I can cash out is for $20, and it's for 45,000 points, which is the equivalent of 4.5 million steps before I can cash out anything. Now, the next app up is called WeWard. Now, this is another one where you have to log in every day to convert your steps in order for them to count. Now, you also can only convert steps within certain buckets. So, for example, at 5,600 steps, you're able to convert and get 6 WeWard points. But let's say I only did 5,500 steps. Essentially, it's going to revert you back to the nearest bucket, which is like 3 points or whatever the case may be. So you can only get points based within the bucket that you have there. It'll make more sense if you're looking at the screen. Now, the thing about this one is you can actually only max count 19,000 steps a day. So even if you do 30,000 steps in that day, you can only count up to 19,000 steps. And like other ones, you can also get extra points by referring friends, doing challenges, watching videos, doing surveys, the normal things. Now, as far as payouts, you can do things like intra-sweepstakes, which are typically only like 50 WeWard points, or you can cash out to PayPal. And I think for $15 cash out, it's something like 3,050 points, which is the equivalent of almost like 2.5 million steps. But what I do like is you can convert unused WeWard points into charitable donations. So if you do find that you're unable to cash out to anything, or for whatever reason you just don't want whatever you can cash out to, you can convert those and send to a charity. Now the fourth app up is Cash Steps. This to me is the only one that really doesn't make that much sense. So yes, you do get points. Every time you do a step, you get a point per step. But there's only two ways to earn. So the first way is based on the amount of activity that you've done in a day, you'll get points, and those points put you on a leaderboard with everybody else within the app. If you're placed 500 and below, so let's say you're between first place and 499th place, you'll automatically be put in a lottery where you can be one of 50 people who win a prize, essentially every day. That's what they say. And then the second way to earn is you have to have a 5-star achievement. And if you have a 5-star achievement, you'll get $1 for that achievement, but you can only get that achievement once. It's a little bit confusing, so I'll try to put as much on the screen as possible. But essentially, you can get an achievement by like checking into the app every day for 50 days, or doing a daily check-in for 100 days in a row, or getting 30,000 steps in a day. Those are 5-star achievements. And let's say you do get 30,000 steps in a day, and you get a 5-star achievement, and you get that $1. You no longer can hit that achievement. Like that one's done. So there really isn't a ton of ways for you to earn. Some of it kind of seems like happenstance. So this one is probably my least favorite. The next one up is called Walkfi. And so for this one, you essentially get 1 coin per 100 steps. So far, I've collected a little over 2,100 coins, which is equivalent of like 210,000 steps. So just like all the rest of them, you can earn additional money by referring friends, watching videos, taking surveys. As you can see, that's a big way that they want you to interact with their apps. And for this one, for redemption, there's really only 2 ways to redeem. You can redeem with like PayPal or Venmo, and then you can redeem with a Tango gift card. And a Tango gift card being like one of those options where you get that gift card and then it gives you access to a bunch of different brands. So for a $25 PayPal gift card, that'll cost you 40,000 coins, which is the equivalent of 4 million steps. And for the lowest tier Tango gift card, which is $5, that'll cost you 15,000 coins, which is the equivalent of 1.5 million steps. Now, second to last on the list, we have an app called Cashwalk. Now, this one's interesting because you also have to log in to convert your steps, but they do it in a different way where you have to like click this treasure chest. And every time you click the treasure chest, it like redeems one of your coins. And after you every 5 clicks, it makes you like watch some ads in order to continue to go through and redeem. So it's a little bit of a weird interaction. So it's also 1 coin per 100 steps, but you can of course earn more doing other incentives and bonuses. So for this app, there's actually a ton of different gift cards that you can redeem for as low as 5,000 coins, or the equivalent of 500,000 steps, which is a much lower step count than you need for some other apps. But there is a caveat. So the caveat is you can only track max 10,000 steps per day, which means you can only make 100 coins per day. So the way to think about it is you would have to do 10,000 steps per day for 50 days in order to just cash out a $5 gift card. Last but not least is Sweatcoin. Now this one is interesting because this one was actually like viral on TikTok and all that. And you can actually earn crypto just by walking, but more on that later. There's actually 2 different apps. You have Sweatcoin, which is where you track your steps and earn sweat coins. And then you have Sweat Wallet, which is where you can convert your Sweatcoin into Sweat, which is a token. It's a lot going on, so let's get into it a little bit more. So for every 1,000 steps, you get 1 Sweatcoin, and of course can earn through other means like surveys, referring friends, etc. By now you get it. Now the interesting thing about this one, and the reason that it ranks a lot lower on my list, is there's no actual direct way to redeem for a gift card or just cash out. What you can do is you can redeem your Sweatcoin to get discounts at brands, or you can redeem it to enter draws where you can then win, prizes in electronics and things like that. But there really is no direct way to just get something completely free, which I don't love. Now to the crypto side of it, I'm going to go ahead and just say up front, I'm not a crypto guru. I do not understand everything, especially with this app. But the way it works is you can essentially convert some of your Sweatcoin to be Sweat, which is their token or their crypto. So it's going to vary on how much steps it takes to then earn another Sweat token. But currently, I think it's like for every 6,700 steps you do, you're able to earn 1 Sweat token. And then with that crypto token, there's other rewards that you can have within the Sweat wallet. The one thing I don't understand with this one though is that I've done a ton of steps, but I only have like one sweat token. So I don't really understand where the conversion is coming from because it doesn't always seem like it directly aligns with the Sweatcoin app, even though they're linked. But as you can see, I have done well over 200,000 steps in the month of September and have pretty much nothing to show for it. I have not over 200,000 steps. I haven't been able to redeem a single thing on all 7 of these apps. Now, it's not necessarily to say these apps are a scam, but it's to say that you're not going to earn $100 per day unless you find some weird loophole or workaround. So if you want to sign up for these, there's going to be links in the description. Do with that what you will, but consider it something fun to do on the back end versus an actual way to make money. In my mind, the max that you're probably going to make per month is maybe $5 or $10. But a lot of these apps are actually international. So if that's something that you want to check out, by all means do it. All links in the description. Let me know what you think about these apps and about this side hustle in the first place. Have you tried them? Have you not? Will you try them? Thank you as always for watching my videos. I'll catch you in the next one.